I ain't gonna lie. If you ever step foot in my kitchen and I don't make you nothing to eat, I don't like you. But anyways, this past Sunday, I made my client these beef short ribs, whipped mashed potatoes, and peach cobbler shortcake. I started by seasoning up my short ribs with salt and pepper, and then I let them sit in the refrigerator for like an hour to 2 hours. After, I cut up some andouille smoked sausage, but it was beef smoked sausage. I also cut up some turkey bacon because we're going to be making some Southern style smothered green beans. And I wash my potatoes because I know y'all be thinking I don't be washing my stuff, but I wash all my produce. I wash all my meats except the meat that you don't wash, okay? So I started by cutting up my little potatoes for my green beans, and then I cut up some red potatoes for my whipped mashed potatoes because I'm not making the mashed potatoes like I regularly do them. I'm going to do them with the skin on today. So then I started by cutting up some celery. I diced it up. I also diced up some onion. I didn't get that on camera. Now, for my peach cobbler shortcake, I made some drop biscuits. I didn't use any flavoring besides a little bit of cinnamon in these, okay? So I made them as normal, but I didn't use any cheese or anything. I just put cinnamon, and I put those in the oven. Now I'm going to sear my short ribs off, and we're going to do it the same way we did the pot roast, but it's going to be several different steps, okay? I got a pot this time because I wasn't finna be, using that little tiny skillet trying to struggle with my liquids. So I go ahead and put my short ribs in. Once they sear to my liking, I take them out and I drop in my carrots, my celeries, and my onion. I use some Dijon mustard, some tomato paste, and also some beef bouillon seasoning. You can find this in your grocery store, okay? I get out a stir, and the pot kept moving. I don't know why, but it better stay still. I poured in some red wine up in there, and I let it deglaze a little bit before adding my seasonings, which was onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, and salt, okay? But I also added some beef broth. Added the beef broth, and I put 2 things of beef broth, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 2 things of beef broth, and I gave that a stir. Now, the short ribs is going to take the longest out of all of this stuff, so I want to make sure I get it on. I added some Worcestershire, what your girl name is, sauce to it, some soy sauce, and then y'all know I had to go on with that recipe secrets, Lipton beefy onion. Don't play with it, okay? I added a sprig of thyme and rosemary, and then I added some cornstarch slurry over in there with some bay leaves as well. I almost forgot to tell y'all I put bay leaves. Don't forget the bay leaves. Okay, and I ain't gonna lie, I added some crushed red pepper because we know we like a little spice. So moving on to our potatoes, I just added the red potatoes to a pot of boiling water, and we're gonna let this come to a boil. And now we're finna get started on our green beans. So I diced up that turkey bacon real small, and I sliced the andouille sausage, and then we're gonna pull it out. Now it's done. Add the onion to it. Add the flour. This is easy peasy. Stir that up, and add the potatoes. And if y'all say my pot is dirty, y'all don't be cooking, because obviously it got dirty from cooking. Don't play with me. That's what the green beans look like when they almost ready, okay? Now, this is my peach topping for my peach cobbler shortcake. I didn't show y'all how to make this because I've showed y'all how to make peach cobbler before, and the recipe is at the link in my bio. But it's the same topping. We're just using biscuits instead of dough. Now, I'm whipping up my mashed potatoes because we want to whip it real good. You want it to be nice and smooth. After I did that, I built my shortcakes. I cut the biscuits in half when they came out the oven, and I topped it with the peach cobbler topping. Then I made some whipped cream. 3 ingredients: heavy whipping cream, vanilla extract, and powdered sugar. Simple and easy. Don't whip it too hard because it's going to turn into butter. Okay? You want a nice and stiff peak. You don't want it to turn into butter. You don't want no butter, sweet butter. Okay? Then you're going to put the top back on the biscuits. Okay? Just like a burger, but a shortcake sweet burger. Like a sweet burger bun. Then you add your whipped cream to the top of it again. And I was feeling fancy, so I threw some peaches on the top of it like that. Ooh-wee. That looks tremendously good. Spectacular. Yeah. And like I said, if you come to my house and I don't cook for you, I don't like you. So don't ask me when I'm cooking for you, because the answer is going to be never. You don't have to ask me. I'm going to do it anyways, because that's just what I do. Okay? So if you have to ask me when I'm making you a meal, probably you're never going to get a meal. I'm sorry, but I had to say it.